Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. How you feeling today, my friends? You feeling good? You feeling strong? You feeling better than you did yesterday? Excellent. You can't ask for better than that. Hey, we talk a lot about making sure you clean your deliveries. When the deliveries come into you, you order food out, you make sure you clean the packages that the food comes in. You make sure you clean your groceries that you bring into your house. Last week we talked about cleaning your shopping bags that you carry your groceries in. This week we're going to talk about something else. This is very important, especially with the kids going back to school and now the change of season. We're getting into the winter weather. Well, we just got into fall, but winter's coming and we're going to have to get heavier clothes and so on and so forth. You have to make sure, especially if you go to the store and you're buying, say, shirts off the rack or T-shirts that are folded on the table. You go if you go, say, to a Walmart, and they have the tables with the T-shirts, and they're folded there, and you buy them. When you get these clothes home, before you wear them, for your own sake, run them through the washer. Wash these clothes before you wear them. It's for your safety, because you never know if somebody sneezed on it, somebody coughed on it, somebody touched it that has the Covid19, has the coronavirus. You don't know. It's better to be safe than sorry. Same thing with coats and jackets. I mean, I know it's an expense, but the expense is minute when it comes to your health. If you buy a suit, if you go into a men's shop, say, and the suits are hanging there, and you try on a suit, and you like it, and the tailor fixes it up, or does the alterations. First thing I do, it goes to the dry cleaners. As soon as I get it, it goes directly to the dry cleaners. I want it cleaned. I want to know that anything that anyone else has touched on it is gone, is cleaned. And again, I understand it's a bit of an expense, but again, the expense is nothing compared to what it could cost you with your health and for your family. The same thing too, if you go shopping and you're going to pick up, say, glasses, drinking glasses. I'm not talking about paper cups or stuff like that. I'm talking about regular drinking glasses for the kitchen. Run them through the dishwasher. Plates, run them through the dishwasher. Flatware, silverware, run it through the dishwasher. Whatever you buy, especially in a department store, run it through the dishwasher or washing machine. Make sure it's clean before you use it. And I don't mean standing outside in your garage with Clorox wipes and wiping it down. I'm talking about really clean it. Really clean it. And this is for your health and your kids' health. I mean, you're sending your kids back to school now. They need new clothes. They're growing. Kids always need new clothes, no matter what. And even if you're ordering these clothes online, before I would put clothes on my kid, I don't care where you order it from. You could order it from the top shelf store in the world. I would still run it through a washing machine. Now, here's another thing. Most dishwashers, if you have a dishwasher, most dishwashers have a sanitized setting on it. Again, it costs a little bit extra in electricity. Pennies, though. Pennies. I'm not talking about $10. I'm talking about pennies. When you do your dishes, whether they're your own dishes, everyday dishes, or dishes that you bought, use the sanitizer on them. It's better to be safe than sorry. I can't put that out there enough. It's so important. Anything that you purchase, and you know this, I mean, I'm not telling you anything new. Anything you purchase has to be cleaned before you use it. And if it's something that's going into your body, well, you make sure that it's cooked, it's clean, it's whatever you have to do to make sure it's sanitary. Another thing to worry about is fruit, fresh fruit. I'm amazed. By me, there's a farm stand, and there's no sneeze guards, there's no nothing. There's just this farm stand, and the guy's a good guy. The guy that runs the farm stand is a good guy. It's a family farm that they've been in business for years and years and years. But it's an old-fashioned farm stand. And when you go to it, People are just milling around. People are picking stuff up and, looking at it, smelling it, and putting it. I love the guy, but I'm sorry. I love myself and my family more. I couldn't do that. I couldn't buy off him. And the thing that I noticed, if there was 10 people at that farm stand the other night, 8 didn't have masks on. That scares me. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't be around 8 people in that close of proximity and them not wearing masks. Put it this way, if I wasn't wearing a mask, I wouldn't dare walk into a group of 8 people because I have respect for other people. And that's what it boils down to. It's respect and courtesy. Because the mask does protect you to a degree, but the mask is for the protection of the other people. And if they don't have that respect for you, well, there's a problem. And like I said, it comes down to respect and courtesy. But please think about it. The other thing is shoes. Make sure you have spray disinfectant before you put on shoes. Especially, now here's the other thing. I would not try on shoes in a department store. But that's just me. Especially you go into a place, again, and I'm not knocking Walmart. Anyone that listens to this knows I love Walmart. But a department store where they have racks of shoes that you do, you help yourself. People, I've done it myself. You walk over, you see a shoe, oh, it looks nice. Try it on, see if it fits. Walk up and down the aisle with it for a minute. It feels tight, put it back up. That's too dangerous anymore. That's too dangerous. You don't know if somebody has a cut on their foot or whatever. It's hard. It's hard. It's our new normal. Unfortunately, this is our new normal. And we're going to have to get used to it. But please, for your own protection. I know a lot of people still saying, I hate the mask. I hate the gloves. This is nonsense. It's a government cover-up. You know what? There's over 200,000 people dead. If this is a government cover-up, then I'm Santa Claus. Okay? But I just want to remind you, this is like our weekly reminder for the COVID-19. Be safe. Take every step possible. Any tip that you have that you think can help keep people safe, share it with us, and we're going to share it with everybody else. You can send it to admin@famousapple.com. Okay? So we got a good one for you today. I just want to remind you, if you don't know, Friday, September 25th is Worldwide Ataxia Recognition Day. And you're asking, what is ataxia recognition? What is ataxia? Ataxia is a rare neurological condition that affects people around the world. And we're going to get into that. But I just want to let you know, there's a lot going on. And this is like something, even for me, this is something I didn't know about until earlier this year. And this ataxia group, it's called the National Ataxia Foundation. They run all kinds of fundraisers to do research. This is an ugly disease that affects people from birth. And, it's not something like that you can catch. It's not an STD or anything like that. This is something you're born with. And they have no way of curing it. And it's a degenerative disease that just continues to get worse as you get older. We're going to get into that. And we have an interview today with Lisa Cole. She's one of the group leaders and a representative from the National Ataxia Foundation. And she's going to tell us what's going on, what's new in the field. And it's interesting. Lisa's been on with us once before. She's a friend of the show here. And I think you'll enjoy the interview. It's a very, very nice lady. So let's sit back, relax, and let's get started here. Before we get to the interview, I have an email here from Lisa that I'd like to share with you. It says, even though I had a walk and roll to cure ataxia in May, I'm doing this again. I want to help raise awareness. A few of us, social distancing of course, will be walking around the lake on Sunday, September 27, 2020. Your contribution will accomplish the mission of NAF. Thank you for your support. NAF is a membership-supported nonprofit organization established in 1957 to help persons with ataxia and their families. The foundation's primary purpose is to support ataxia research, provide vital programs, and services for ataxia families and help in the search for a cure. NAF is the only organization in the United States dedicated to the disease that serves all types of ataxia. NAF works closely with the world's leading ataxia researchers, promoting exchanges of ideas and innovation in ataxia discovery. To help support this cause, you can go to app.mobilecause.com. That's app.mobilecause.com/VF/NAF live/team/treasure coast. That's TRESURE coast. Again, that's app.mobilecause, mobilecause.com/V as in Victor, F as in Frank, /NAF live/team/treasure coast. Also, please tune in to the national program on October 3rd at 12 o'clock Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can register for the 2020 virtual walk and roll program at www.naflive.com, and it's free. To learn more about ataxia, please go to www.ataxia.org. That's ATAXIA.org. www.ataxia.org. Believe me, you might find that you see symptoms in some of your loved ones, because sometimes this goes unnoticed or misdiagnosed. This is a disease that it eats away at you. And these people, the people at the NAF, they're looking for a cure. They're looking for something, even something that could hold it at bay. They're looking for whatever they can do to stop it. This is big, people. This is really big. But you should learn more about it. And like I said, go to www.ataxia.org. That's ATAXIA. All right? And sit back and relax, because I'm going to give you the interview we had with Lisa right now. Okay, we have our friend Lisa Cole from the National Ataxia Foundation with us again today. And how you feeling, Lisa? How's everything going? We haven't spoke to you for a while.
I feel fine.
Good.
Yeah.
How's things going? How'd you like the summer with the COVID-19?
Well, staying inside and not socializing. I do miss activities. Going out.
Don't you? But you know what? Your life is more important than going out to dinner or to the movies or something like that. I don't understand these people that they're so hot and bothered that they have to go to dinner. They have to go to a restaurant. You know what? If somebody sneezes and it can kill you, I'd rather stay home, personally.
True. It's not worth worrying about that.
It's not. And it's very little to ask to wear the mask, as far as I'm concerned. I don't like wearing a mask, but it's going to save your life. It's going to save other people's lives. Wear the mask.
Other people. That's the main thing. Yes.
Exactly.
Courtesy.
Exactly. That's it. So what do you got going on now? I understand we're in the awareness month or awareness week here.
Yeah, September 25th is International Ataxia Awareness Day. What we do is like to try to get the word out to everywhere possible. Everybody, anybody you see, just say the word ataxia, and it just helps. You know, we want to just the awareness on that rare disease, help with the funding and stuff. As people know more about ataxia, it just helps shed the light on it.
Just briefly, if you can just like a quick description, what is ataxia?
Ataxia is a neurological. Let me see what it is. A neurological disease. Neurological. Your muscles. I dealt with the research just last week. I went up to Jacksonville, which is almost 5 hours for me.
Yeah, you were saying that.
But it's a degenerative. It's hard to say. Disease of the nervous system.
Okay.
And it mimics like as if a person was being drunk. You'll have a slurred speech, you're stumbling, falling in coordination. See, at night I have an issue with trying to get some words out. That's my. We won't. Well, there's my slurred speech. I'm laughing about it. Some people have it all the time, but I feel bad. Feel bad about that. Like I said, it's a very rare disease, and we just want to make people aware of it, even if strangers. When I went to that comedy show, they say in once or twice a month, but it's I'm their friends, so it's nice to have good friends.
Sure.
And spread the awareness to like 100 people, strangers in the audience. Well, now it's only like 50, but it's still
and now
still happening.
You got 100 people now that know about ataxia,
and then and they may spread it and say it to somebody else. That was a few years ago. Now, even though it's less people, still spreading the word.
What?
And wherever I go, I bring a rock, or I wear a T-shirt. I'm like a walking billboard saying ataxia. What is it? And if someone asks, yes, I'd like to share a little bit about it, but not get into detail, and then probably go to ataxia.org for more details about it. It's easier when it's you look it up and see what it is, and you can write. Yeah, it's easier that way.
Exactly. Well, you know what, though? I just want to make it clear to people, this isn't something that you can catch from somebody.
Correct.
Right? This is something that is born with you, actually, right?
Yeah.
It's a gene?
This one is hereditary, yes. I got the hereditary one. It's a majority of it, yeah. And they call a gene. The gene mutates, and that's when you start getting those signs of it.
It's not something like if somebody shared a Coca-Cola with you, they're not going to catch ataxia. Or if they held your hand, or people can be strange sometimes, because, and I don't mean that in a bad way. People get leery because they don't know. And the whole thing is about people reading up on this is that they'll learn more, and they'll see that there's nothing to fear by it. Nothing to fear of the person that has it. And to avoid a person that has it, you could be avoiding a real good friend.
Right.
So,
Yeah, nice to have a great friend.
It is.
What we did. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I applaud you for the things that you do, because I follow your the Ataxia Rocks webpage, and I think that's amazing. The amount of people that are on there and the amount of people that are active on that website are unbelievable. And they're very talented.
I know. That's incredible.
There's such a wealth of talent on there. They could be painting portraits. They could.
Did help trying to. We're called with the senator's office, like a co-sponsor.
Right.
We had a Hill Day, so we were trying to get all the like ataxia awareness people to join. It's called Flood the Hill, and just to help talk to your local senator. So I dealt with the state of Florida, because I'm in Florida, and we have two senators, Senator Marco Rubio and Senator Rick Scott. And
are they of any help?
They're both what is this called? You got Democrats and Republicans. That's it.
Right.
See, I deal with ataxia, not politics. Politics. That's it. And we're just trying to get National Ataxia Awareness Day on the map and in the U.S. But at least for September 25th, it's still going to be International Ataxia Awareness Day. It's from all over the world, just trying to spread awareness and keep doing it. And then that's what I wanted to get into, was that Ataxia Rocks is the help spread awareness as well. And doing and also there's so much events going on. Also doing that walk and roll.
Right.
Their main I'm going to pull it up. It's a live event. It says, please tune in for the national program on October 3rd. It's 12 o'clock Central CST, but it's 1 o'clock Eastern, and it's free. You register for it, and it's at www.naflive. N is in Nancy, A is in Apple, F is in Frank, and live.com. And that is, it's all the support groups, all the teams created for the walk and roll all together, all on October 3rd. But I'm actually going to physically do it's not walk. I have a scooter around the lake, and we will do Facebook Live, bits and pieces of it throughout the walk, off and on Facebook Live, and share Ataxia facts.
Oh, excellent.
But it'll be on this Sunday, and yes, go ahead.
How can they log into that?
We have it. It's the app.mobilecause.com, then / V as in Victor, F as in Frank, / NAF live / team / Treasure Coast. Treasure Coast is because it's I'm in the middle of the state of Florida, close to at the Atlantic side, and it's called the Treasure Coast area.
Well, for anyone that didn't get that, it'll be on our website. We'll have a link to that on our website, so you'll be able to go right to that. So this way you can watch Lisa on her scooter zipping around the lake.
Yes.
Burning rubber.
Should see how fast it goes.
Hey. Mag wheels, motorcycle mama. But that's good. That's really good. And well, you did one back in May, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if it was May 19th or May 18th.
And how did that?
Well, one of those days.
And how did that work out?
That worked out very well.
It did. Good.
Since it was the very first one, we always did the Florida walk and rolls, like the Treasure Coast one in Florida.
Right.
In the month of May. Normally they like to do them. A lot of them does them in September, because obviously International Ataxia Awareness Day. And in the state of Florida, we really can't, because hurricanes, and it's very hot.
Right. Yeah.
But since the virtual went very well in May, I'm considering doing it again next year, because it helps get out the word of this disease, and helps raise the funding that we need greatly for research. Well, not we, NAF, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps with research, with their mission. It helps towards their mission. I don't know. I enjoy doing this because it means a lot.
Well, it's a very important cause. Before I met you guys, you could have told me ataxia, and I would have thought it was a cab company. To be honest with you, I didn't know anything about ataxia. And ever since I met you and Mark and the rest, I've done so much reading on it, and I've spoke about it before. And I mean, well, naturally, I spoke with you, and I spoke with Mark and them. But I've also spoke after the fact with other people on the podcast about ataxia. And there's a whole bunch of people that are aware of this disease, and it's amazing to me. Not in a good way, but I mean, it's amazing that this is out there, and I didn't know about it, and so many people don't know about it, yet so many people do. And it's it's a terrible disease from what I can read on it.
And what I've noticed the last several years or more, just the last few, several, whatever, they're finding more and more treatments are happening and more clinical trials are happening. And just want to help and be a part of it, even though I may be too late for it, but I'm not sure. But my family is, it helps. And
Never
not
too
just
late.
my family, people down the road, generations to come, always, just hopefully they find a cure and,
It's never, ever, ever too late. That's
and just see what we just love to try to help.
exactly. Stick your foot in, stick your hand in, make some waves, try and disturb the water a little bit. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to come up to the top. That's why I commend you for the things you do. You run the groups. You're all over when it comes to ataxia, and then plus you have your own personal life besides this. You should be commended for the work that you do.
And I just I'd like to help others always, and
Well, it shows.
do my best.
It definitely shows. Now I have to ask you too. Pandemic. Are you still self-quarantining, or are you going out?
All I do is go to work. Before this happened, I never physically ever went anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
But I may have only been out a few times, it does feel good when you do go out a couple times, but it's not worth it if you're stressed about it.
Right. How are they handling it at work? Everyone wearing masks?
It's just me. Actually, it's mine.
Oh,
It's my office. I just do bookkeeping and accounting there. I'm not open to the public, and I keep one or two people there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
I know my wife's job. My wife's a nurse, and they're still up in the air with all of this. She works with the developmentally disabled, and it's just it's rough. A lot of the telemedicine though is I would think that would be a plus for you guys, because you were saying the last time we spoke.
I did do that twice.
What's that?
I did do that twice. I did like that.
Oh, I think it's the best thing since iced tea. Because as many doctors now as I'm going to, I love to sit at my dining room table and flip open the laptop, put on a shirt. I could sit there in my underwear if I wanted to, and just talk to my doctor. Since I came out of the hospital, I've had to go to the offices because of other things. But before that, I was doing telemedicine calls, like for my endocrinologist and my neurologist. I'd have to go once a month into the office, but the other ones they're just a phone call a week. I thought it was great. And Medicare is still gonna authorize it for the foreseeable future, which I hope that they make this a permanent thing. It would be great. People, like you were saying, there's so few doctors that deal with ataxia. Can you imagine how much telemedicine would open up to people with ataxia?
With ataxia, rare diseases that cannot physically go these places, or it's a burden, right, to go. It would open up a lot. It'd be very helpful.
Imagine the boom in healthcare that the people in your community would get out of telemedicine. Because that always stuck in my mind. When you told me the last time that you have to travel like 5 hours to go to a doctor or something like that.
That was last week. It took us almost 5 hours to get there Wednesday night, and it was for research.
No, I'm talking about the last time we spoke. You said to go to a doctor, it's like a 5-hour trip because there's not doctor. Just imagine being able to do a telemedicine. You go to your kitchen table, you sit down with a cup of coffee, you dial the phone, say hello, doctor.
Oh my gosh, all the time you save for that.
Exactly, because you drive 5 hours, you go there, maybe...
Still have to come back, yeah.
Maybe you get 20 minutes with the doctor, and then you got to drive 5 hours back. So you get 10 hours of driving, 20 minutes with the doctor. It'd be so much easier on the phone. But, like I said, Medicare, from what I can understand, the last reports I got from Medicare says that for the foreseeable future, they're still approving it.
That is excellent.
Yeah, and so a lot. I think most, if not all of the private insurances are still approving it as well. Now all you got to do is get the doctors to get involved.
And they keep it after this emergency, this pandemic.
Exactly. I think it would be the best thing that they could do. Put it this way, in the Medicare thing, it would end up saving them money by having the telemedicine. You know, instead of having to transport people to doctor's appointments and hospitals, do it right from the house.
Yeah, that was, I'm trying to pull it up. That was one ask, it's called an ask for to the senators about telehealth, that we want to continue it.
Yeah, right.
It has helped quite a bit.
Now, have the senators in Florida been of any help to you guys?
Well, the help would be that they took our phone calls and listened, and we got their emails and sent the pages and everything to them. That's a plus. That's a start.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep doing it.
That's all. Rubio seems like I don't know much about him. He just seems like a nice enough guy. And who's the other fella? Sorry.
Senator Rick Scott.
Rick Scott. I don't know too much about Rick. I've heard his name, but I don't know too much.
Yeah, that's in the state of Florida.
Wasn't he governor one time? I
thought so. I'm not good at remembering those things.
Neither am I, to be honest with you. But
I think that's why I'm confused, because I think he was a governor one time.
I think he was too. But I know I've heard nice things about a politician. But Rubio just seems like a genuine person. So hopefully that'll translate into some help for you guys.
See what happens.
Really. So you got the thing with the senators is tomorrow on Friday, and
did that already. Yes, we already did that.
And on the 3rd, is it? No, you're doing it on the 1st.
Oh, okay. It was September 10th with the senators regarding ataxia.
Okay.
And September 25th is Recognition Awareness Day all over the world.
Okay.
It's International Ataxia Awareness Day. And then October 3rd is all the support groups, all the walk and rolls are gone virtual. And they're going to just have a live program on October 3rd, about 1 o'clock our time. It's 90 minutes long, they said. And it's free to register, watch it, and go with the flow.
Excellent.
That's the best you can do.
Excellent. Oh, I want to thank you for stopping by, letting us know about this stuff today. And I wish you luck with your walk and roll. And say hello to the people on Ataxia Rocks for me. I go on the website.
Thank you.
I've spoke to a couple of people on there. But we'll talk again, definitely. And take care. If anything, give me a holler. You know, anything coming up, give me a call.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, and we'll talk again. I'd like to thank Lisa for sharing that information with us today. And here's something. If you do want to get in touch with Lisa herself and learn more about ataxia or learn more about her groups, you can write her at Lisa Cole Ataxia. That's LisaColeAtaxia at gmail.com. That's Lisa Cole Ataxia at gmail.com. She'd be glad to answer your questions, and she's a wealth of information and a very, very, very kind person. A hard-working person, too. So don't take advantage of her either. All right, my friends, let's move on. Thank you for stopping by today, and remind you, you've been listening to An Apple a Day. An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Famousapple.com is the home site for this podcast, so if you get a minute, go over there, check us out. And go over to Facebook, join us on Facebook at www.facebook.com groups/disabled living. Go over there, join in the fun, become a member. Doesn't cost you anything. Talk to people, make some friends, answer some questions, maybe get a couple of answers yourself. But whatever you do, check out those 2 sites, please. I ask you. All right. Again, thank you for stopping by today. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week. My name is Jimmy Apple. And remember this, my friends. Anything that bothers you, anything that ails you, laughter is the best medicine.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.